with Transport Topics, and joining me is Jonathan Reiskin, Associate News Editor at Transport Topics. And in this week's Capital Agenda, we look at the FAA reform bills in the House and Senate on Capitol Hill, and we're especially keeping track of a meal and rest break provision. It's important to trucking, and we're tracking to see if that is going to be included in whatever the Senate does on the FAA. The authorization for the FAA expires at the end of the month, so Congress has to act on a short-term extension. Also, we're paying attention to the Senate because they're likely to take up a vote on the nomination of Scott Darling to lead the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. And Jonathan, if the Senate does confirm Darling, it kind of looks that way. What is in store for the administrator if he is to be confirmed?
I think there's probably a good chance that he will be confirmed. If you want to pick your battles to what to fight over, I don't know if the FMCSA administrator slot is it. So Mr. Darling has been running the agency, in fact, if not total legal formality, for more than a year now. There's less than a year to go, about 10 months until a new president is sworn in. So there's not a whole lot of incentive to fight to the death over this issue. Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders, if they become the next president, might keep them around. Republican probably would change things. So I think Mr. Darling will probably stay. He has the experience of running the agency. The question is, do you like his policies or dislike him so much that you would want to chase him out? And this is yet another indication of what the regulatory state is doing this year. We had our big eruption of congressional activity last year with FAST Act. This year it's anything the FMCSA wants to do in terms of publishing and polishing regulations. At a big convention last week in Nashville for trucking, greenhouse gas regulation by EPA and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration were big topics. You mentioned FAA, which even has a trucking component. So we're doing important incremental things, but Congress is not the main issue right now this year, it seems.
And is there any expectation that Darling will expand his modus operandi, or will he just stay status quo and continue with the proposed rules coming up, and we shouldn't expect any surprises?
He's got a lot on his plate. If you check the DOT's regulatory calendar, which we do here on a very regular basis, there are quite a number of rules coming out. We just had something on entry-level driver training. They're going to actually put e-logs into business. It's a very busy calendar. I don't necessarily know that we're going to hear about brand new proposals absent some really highly significant change in things. It sounds like Anthony Fox, the transportation secretary, and his modal administrators have enough going on from inertia that I don't know if you're going to see a lot of breathtaking new proposals.
Exactly. Jonathan, thank you. And check out Capital Agenda at ttnews.com. Thanks.